Hey everyone, and welcome back to my Tomb Raider Last Revelation Glitchless Secrets No Kills run. It's been about 5 days since I've played this game. I took a bit of a pause. I was so relieved to have the Lost Library out of the way. I saw it as a great milestone, and I sort of just took a few days away just because of how relieved I was to have such a nightmarish level out of the way. So, here I am. There's no secrets in this level, although I do need to do my best to maintain as much health as possible, use as few health packs as possible, and obviously try and collect as much stuff that will go in my favour and not kill anything, obviously. So this level, obviously, I could have come here before, but it would have been pointless because obviously you can't complete it without those 2 items. So had I come here, then I would have immediately had to have left, which would have been stupid. So you got 3 doors. Obviously the one on the right is the one that we want. Now, a flying enemy appears when we cross here, so I want to destroy those boxes before crossing the line, because if I do it now, then I can do it safely. If I do it after I cross, then I may get attacked while doing it and lose health or get poisoned, because the enemy can poison you. Okay. Need a flare as well, because those items are quite hard to see sometimes. They're like the same, they're quite, the colouring of the items is similar to the colouring of the floor, so I need a flare so that I can definitely see them. Trying to avoid the enemy to the best of my ability. I'm not quite sure what it is, I just call it a flying freak, because that's what it is in my eyes, some sort of flying freak. Now this leads to the next level. Although in the title it doesn't include this level, I am going to come here briefly, because obviously I need a black beetle that's in here. So I am going to do so much of this level. But obviously you have to come here before you can complete the previous level, because you need 4 black beetles, and one of the black beetles is, well, in here. I think this leads to where you need to go later. Yeah, that's where you need to go later. Obviously we can't do it yet, but I can do everything else beforehand. In regards to the Lost Library, I've had a couple people ask me if I took the time to individually edit out each individual failed attempt, because obviously you saw me catch fire, but then it skipped out the death and the reloading sequence, and then basically moved straight on to my next attempt. And the answer is yes. I edited out it individually. I showed you myself. I showed you that I caught fire. I then edited out the death and the reloading sequence, and I did it individually. I did it to each individual attempt. Don't go over there, it triggers a skeleton. But yeah, I did it to each individual failed attempt. So however many times you see me catch fire, that's how many times I did it. Because, well, I guess I just committed myself to it. And is that flare not done anything? Okay, that's weird. Okay, whatever. I lit a flare, it didn't do anything. I then threw it away and then it lit up, and then I picked it up and now it's lit again. Okay. I'm gonna save because I don't trust myself with these bits. Which one do I save over? I have actually backed this up. This file here, I have actually backed it up on a separate memory card. I was so relieved to have got to such a milestone, so I backed it up just in case I mess up. I suppose I should save over the oldest, which is this one. That is kind of how I've been doing it. Obviously, fire and oil is not a very good match because it burns like crazy. Quite literally, it just burns forever, and it's hard to put out as well because obviously water does not work well against flammable liquids. My knowledge on fire safety isn't that great, but I think foam is what you have to use to put out fire caused by a flammable liquid. That's what I think. Because I think water works well on dry solids that are on fire. Foam, I think, is what you use against flammable liquids that are on fire. But I'm not that good at fire safety, to be honest. I can't remember what you have to use on electricals. As far as I can tell, when it comes to electricals, you don't use water or foam. I think you have to use something else. I can't even remember what that something else is. But let's talk less about fire and more about Tomb Raider. So I'm now back to the level that I am meant to be completing. Don't want to be here just yet. I took the wrong path. This is where I want to be. Get a good lead on the flying enemy, because obviously that way the door slams, and if you get a big lead, then you won't have to deal with him while you're in here. But obviously if you were too slow and he made it through, then you'd have to deal with him, so be sure that you trap him. Now this is a broken beetle, I think. Yes, but you have to do this. You have to do that. Because obviously that causes this to raise. And then obviously we press them, and then we can reach a mandatory switch. I think that's the only broken beetle that you have to pick up. So obviously broken beetles are utterly useless, because the black beetles are the only ones that can be used. The broken ones just don't do anything. This one up here I believe is the proper. Now, of course it is, there's two beetles. If the other one was fake, and obviously this one's the real one. And obviously that also caused this to raise. trying to get a flare out, it's not working very well. I don't think the scarabs can come back up, which is useful. Although there may still be a few above me, and or maybe a lot more than a few. How's my health? Yeah, less than half. Okay, I've got 2 of those flyers on me. I'm doing this to cheaply refill my health bar. Don't want to be using health packs. I may have the Lost Library out of the way, but there's still City of the Dead coming up. Now it's this way. Large medipack, gotta be worth it. Shotgun ammo, good for the occasional kills. Uzi ammo may also come in handy. Now to here, we've got 3 paths. I'll begin with the one on the left, then it will be the one that was in front of us, and I'm not bothering with the one that was on the right, because that one only contains broken beetles. Okay, now I believe this one here is the proper black beetle. Yes, that one there is a broken beetle and it triggers scarabs, so completely ignore it. I'm pretty sure the beetle in front of us is the only one in the area, so it's got to be a safe. And like I said, the other way, that was to the right of us when we first entered, that only has broken beetles, because we've got all 4 black. Now I'm chasing health again. Or am I? It's actually, no, it's not that bad at the moment. But that probably is a good idea to keep going out here to lure the enemies away, because it takes a few moments to insert a black beetle, and we don't want to get attacked too much. Well, that's all of them in, but now I've got to collect the pickup. That's great. Wrong way. And we're through. Okay, now this time it's not for health, this time it is the end of the level. There were no secrets, I didn't do any kills, and obviously I've got everything that I need. Statistics should be what they were, and they are. Great. So thank you everyone for watching, and hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you in the next level.